Yo, what is going on, guys? Surge Danger here, and welcome back to another video on The Flash Season 6. And on this video, I will be covering the potential villains and who I think will most likely be the villains for The Flash Season 6. But mostly on this video, I will be covering the concept art made by Andy Kuhn. They were essentially made for the Flash Season 4 to 5 suit. However, we know we had various versions of the Flash suit, being the Season 1 suit with the red emblem, Season 2 and 3 suit, which were both the same thing, and my favorite one out of all the Flash suits we've ever had, Season 4 suit. And then they came up with this Mona Lisa masterpiece. And we never got those concept suits in action. And thanks to the 18th episode of this season, we know that Barry had over 19 suits, or 19, as when we saw Nora enter the time vault towards the end, we saw that there was a Flash suit version 19 inside the Flash ring, and we saw Nora pick out this season suit being version 14. So someone better start making these suits real quick. And since there are 19 suits in total, all three of these concept suits do have a possibility of being a Flash suit throughout the existence of the show. And yeah, one of these suits are really likely to be the season 6 suit. But before I cover that, I would just like to say that the Flash suit we saw in season 5 episode 17 won't be the season 6 suit. I know that I saw this on the internet where people were thinking that it was the season 6 suit, but I cannot remember who confirmed that really, but I think it was Danielle Panabaker. She said that that suit we saw in that episode was just a prototype suit to what Cisco was making when Barry was in the Speed Force. So towards the end of season 3 and the start of season 4ish. So as I said, this isn't confirmed, but it's highly likely to be it. Grant Gustin did also confirm that Barry will be getting a new suit, and thank God, because I really hated the season 5 Flash suit. And yeah, I will go over the suits, which are these three. And again, these are just concepts, and just because they look good on these concepts, as you can see, it doesn't really guarantee that they will look good in live action as well. So they really have to take this into consideration as well. And yeah, anyways, the first suit. So this one, it has gold boots, and Andy said about the suit, a lot of fans are asking where are the yellow boots. We have tried various of designs that have gold/yellow elements, and at the end of the day, it's a little bit too much. Here is another alternate design. So looking at this suit, I highly doubt that this will be the suit that we would see for season 4, just because for season 6, just because it's kind of too high budget for the show to make. And however, this suit does look really sick, especially how they were able to like bring the gold boots. That was cool. And this would be a massive upgrade to what we got this year, being the season 5 suit. It does look like the season 1 to 3 suitish stuff with the season 4 gold designs, as we do see that dark red being like that season 1 to 3 theme, and then we get those gold elements being from the season 4 suit, and then the brighter red from the season 5 suit. However, I will give a reason on why I don't think that this suit will work as much as I really wanted this one to work. Anyways, on the next concept art. Now, this one is my favorite one, and the reason is because it's the most comic accurate out of the 3, and it's the highest likeliest out of the 3 to be the season 6 suit. As you can see, it looks really cool but simple. It kind of looks like this season 5 suit, but a lot more upgraded, and it looks really good. However, the red is too bright. However, I still love it. This suit won't be as good as the season 4 suit. However, it's one of the best, and I think it's the highest likeliest option as number 1, which could be the season 6 suit, and it's also the suit out of those 3 that would look the best in live action. And number 2, in season 5 episode 18, when Nora was in the time vault again and Barry had that crisis message to Nora, the torso part of Barry's suit does look like that type of bright red shade, as well as it looks simple, whereas the other 2 have black shades towards the torso side, so I don't think that would be it. Also, about that, they wouldn't have had the idea of making a new suit just yet for season 6. So I do know that the suit they used to film that scene was the season 5 suit, and if they did use this suit, they could easily avoid the criticism into all of that. Especially also in the newspaper, the Flash did have a brighter suit with the chin strap and stuff like that as well. Next, we have the least likeliest out of them all. However, it does indeed look really sick as well. It does have less gold than the first one, and this looks a lot like Ezra Miller's Flash suit, and this is really the main reason why I don't think that this would work. And I do hope that they do take all 3 of these suits into consideration. And yeah, there we wrap up the concept arts. Now, moving on to the villains. I have 2 characters who I think may be the possible villains for next season, and one of them are obviously Godspeed. Godspeed, just because, for me, just because that suit just didn't look like a one time thing. Like, that suit was just way too high budget to be a 1 episode run, and due to the timeline changes and stuff, maybe Godspeed ends up in 2019, and he's a lot more powerful than didn't really suit the guy, I guess. I just I don't want to criticize his acting just yet, because he didn't really have that much dialogue. However, due to the timeline change, we could possibly have the return of Eddie Thawne as Godspeed, as sick as that would be, and I believe it's what the fans would have wanted as well. And yeah, Eddie Thawne just being Godspeed would be sick. And my highest likeliest option and the villain, I believe that would be the villain for season 6, is Red Death, as he was teased in the 12th episode, I believe, of this season. And in the future, and whenever they tease a character, they are always the villains. For example, when Abracadabra teased Devoe in season 3, and the big bad for season 4 ended up being Devoe, as well as Savitar teasing Devoe as well, and then the season 4 big bad ended up being Devoe. However, who will this Red Death character be? Since the CW aren't really allowed to use Batman, and Red Death is basically a Earth minus 52 version of the Flash, but it's like Barry Allen and Bruce Wayne molded into one, kind of like that Killer Frost thing, but Bruce Wayne is in full control, and it's just a speedster Bruce Wayne who's evil. And yeah, so since the CW aren't allowed to use Batman, why can't the CW use their version of Batman, being Oliver Queen? Earth minus 52 Oliver Queen as Red Death being the villain would probably be my favorite thing ever, since in Crisis obviously Oliver Queen will die, and if all Earths merge together to make one Earth, which may not really be possible, but it would be the best option to make Red Death end up in Earth 1, as I don't see how else they could do that or something along those lines at least. And Red Death being a version of Oliver Queen, could be the reason why Barry would struggle to defeat him in the first place, since obviously his friend died alongside him, sacrificing himself, and yeah. And since all the Arrowverse shows are, except for Legends, are focusing on Crisis until the mid-season, it's only possible if Red Death is teased or revealed towards the back half of the season, and would create suspense at least. As well, and since past villains were revealed in like season 1, they ended up getting boring, such as Devo and Cicada. Well, Devo would have been a good character if that same actor just portrayed Devo the whole time, but Cicada was just rubbish. And Stephen Amell did also say that he was happy to join the Arrowverse as a guest starring character once Arrow's done. So my highest likeliest option is Earth minus 52, Oliver Queen, aka Red Death. And thanks for watching, guys. If you've enjoyed the video, please give a like and subscribe, and I'll see you in my next video.